Thank you for coming. I know it's second day, second part of this day, and I'm really glad to see you here. Today, I will speak about sensitive data and how you can control it by some automation. And it's not only security side of data and data flows. Yeah, it's also about developers and also about DevOps process. Yeah, how you can improve your knowledge about data in your organization and data for business. It's really valued resource. And today I will your guide. Yeah, I'm Alex. I'm working in Exynos and I'm security architect. I'm working on some big projects, create, implement something big for business and for security. Okay, let's start. They need to create some base. Yeah, they need to image some typical company. Yeah, and this company working like delivery company. That's mean they have a lot of client data, for example, personal data, card data, because our client pay for delivery. And also they need to perform this data really quickly, not so quickly like in fintech, but quickly because we want to have our presence for New Year or Christmas. And in this company, we have annoying bugs, yeah, and they are following us for all presentation. Let's talk about typical problems. I think most of you meet it in your work, yeah. Then you're starting new service, or you trying to create something new application or something new research, and it's really hard. First of all, know there is your data at total, yeah, because you need to ask in our team. Typically, you don't have some catalogs, and in this company, we also don't know there's our data. We don't have some methodology for all teams because all team prefer their instruments, and we don't have single approach how we can work with data and provide our data like some platform for developers. And it's a really hard question for all companies. What about typical current state? Yeah, this conference for developers, and we know that today they have a lot of microservices. They have some new idea from business because, okay, they deliver some goods, but they need to create taxi department, yeah, and we need to collect data from our clients, for example, home addresses, and create some heat map or something else, yeah. And they have also streaming process, and they need to be event-driven company because it's most popular approach now. Okay, let's discuss about something helpful. Yeah, I know it's a lot of data on this slide, yeah, but I think you can get this presentation after conference and spread this knowledge in your team, for example, or for you, because it's hard when you're working with something, decide, okay, I need to go to the security guys, or I can work with information, or how I need to store it. Yeah, it's critical or not, because I know about emails, but I have GDPR or I have something else, and this is criticality. And you can see you have some medical data, for example, trading. Maybe you don't have this in your company, but it's helpful for you, and you can use it in your own journey in your company to think about how you can work with it secure. Yeah, and we need to know this because we need to know definition of critical data and sensitive data also. And most common things for you, like developers, yeah, I think you know a lot of this, yeah, sensitive private keys, APKs, and something else, our secrets in your code. And yeah, it's hard when you work on some config, for example, Helm file, you want to add your secrets and you don't want to use specific services, yeah, because it takes your time. I know that feeling, but sometimes we need to spend extra time and we need to know that it's critical data, and if you lose it, yeah, it could create some problems for company or for clients also. Okay, let's discuss about what happens if we lose our data, just because we need to know about some problem, why they talk about this speech and why we need this class of system. Here you can see path. At the left side, you see path from external, from clients, from auditors, hackers, someone else. And the right side, you have internal path. And you need to keep in mind that typically companies spend average 200 days before they realized that they had leakage. Because if I bad guy and I stole some data from company, I don't want to upload it to internet. Sometimes yes, but typically no. I want to sell it or use it, but later. And you don't know that you have leakage. You know about this after big delay, yeah, and it's very bad for you. Okay, let's take a look at the left side. You see that they lose data. I am like a client of this company. I think, okay, they lose my data. I don't want to buy something from this company, or I want to delete my account just right now and don't connect to this company. Our company lose trust, yeah, because if you has leakage, yeah, it more hard to talk with clients and say, okay, your money is safe, your data is safe, okay, work with us. And also they need to compensate something, they need to pay fines, and it's pretty hard. As internal, something under the hood for you, like for developers, yeah, we need to investigate it like security guys. After this, we go to you, go to marketing, we need some PR company because they need to spread information. Yeah, they have leakage, but we're working on it. And they need a lot of work from developers, from administrators, or something else. And also they need to do audit. After this, they need to know, okay, now they are safe or not, or we still have some problems. And they have governance and compliance, and they need paying fines. And yeah, it leads us to losers. We are in Europe, and everyone, I think, know about GDPR and that it's some regulation about how we need to work with data and what happens if we lose it. But this is some for 2023, and you have linked the two sides with statistic, and you can see some of fines for sectors from medical, media, employment, something else, yeah? And it's representative to you, yeah, it's scary story, but we will talk about that it's a little bit lottery, yeah, about these fines. Some short slides about big companies and how this company works with our data. And they have some story about Naga Trader company. They lose data, a lot of clients, its names, posting address, emails, and something else. Also, you can see that they have such message with support. I am safe or not? Yes, you're safe. It's yes side. But what about fines? How much per user? Yeah, they pay only 9,000 euros, and it's very fun for per user, and it's lottery. Yeah, because you can get big fines or these fines. Yeah, but this presentation not about scary. This not about fears. Yeah, we're talking about that we need to protect our clients and we need to think like everyone, because we also use some products and we need to know that our data secure, and also they want to work with data properly and very fast, because now business is really fast after COVID also. Okay, what can lead us to sensitive active data catalog? It's like some spaceship, and okay, yeah, I can say that you can create it really fastly, but it's not true, and you need to spend some time. But in my presentation, I think you will get some information about some steps, about some technology tools, and you can implement it in your company and get your profit, like developer, like company. Okay, let's start. A little bit about management, because they have some big activity. Yeah, they need to build some system and some approach, some processes, and they need to keep in mind, yeah, that they have typically we have two approach: top down and bottom up. Yeah, top down approach, then some C-level said, okay, you need strictly do this only in these tools, and please do it fast. Yes, it's okay, yeah, but they lose opportunity for our workers to create something different and maybe more helpful. But we also have bottom-up approach. Then they spread information across teams, and we talk a lot of okay data, secure. Also, we talk a lot of processes, how to discover this data, and we create some idea in company. And it's more harder, yeah, but more advantages because they can be creative and create something more than we predict. Yeah, but for me, for our company, they choose some combination of this approach, and for us, this is solution. Yeah, first of all, what I did previously, it's awareness. Yeah, I say about what data classification they have. Yeah, what can lead to some a little bit scary and don't scary history. And also they need to create some awareness procedures to our employees and say about data, how we need to work with it, and it not also about security. Next step, yeah, because you think, then you create something, yeah, they need documentation. But for me, and I think for you, then you need to fix something in your code, for example. Yeah, you don't want to read big article. You just copy and paste, and it's our approach. They create some short how-to for developers, because typically, admins, developers, they don't want to know this big article from security. They just want answer. They just want answer for their question. Sometimes, of course, you need full guideline, you need documentation to get more facts about your problem. And you also need to create it and recreate it. And our hard question across all IT, up-to-date documentation, because something changed and my company, you need changed. And our helpful thing is data quality. Because you have data, okay, you can create some asset management for this data, but your data can be garbage because some team changed something and you don't know about this, and you need to classify how data okay or not. You need to count it, and some audits automation at the end, and then you are excellent. Okay, I think what they need as company to build this system. It's like asset management for servers, for application, and something else. Yeah, they need owner of this data and team or person who is responsible for it. Because if they need to fix something or change something, they need to know who is the owner. Also, yeah, data quality metrics, it's something that they need to create for specific data or data types. But most interesting here, because event-driven approach, it's optional. Here is data lifecycle. Why? Because as developer, as security, I need to know how long I need to store this, can I delete this, it's business critical data or not, can I do it on one data center or I need to do it in high availability mode. It's pretty critical question, and they create some information for our developers and creating about data and data life cycles. They have some definition of things, and they need also processes, yeah, because this works for us. Education more that they have in just awareness, yeah, because if you want to spread some approach to your teams, yeah, you need to create some education. It could be not so hard, yeah, but you need to spread some approach and update this knowledge for teams. You need some documentation process that will not be boring, yeah, because it's very hard to see the white, I don't know, Word file, and you need to write a lot of, you need just simple card, information card for owners of data, and it works. Also, you need sensitive data checks, yeah, because I know that we have some secure environment, but sometimes some developer can take some samples from production because he need to be in deadline and you need to work fast. And sometimes sensitive data, you can find it in non-production environment. And you need to every time take a look, there is your data. And I will tell you what tools you can use for it. About our core, yeah, if you're talking about active data catalog, they need something to store asset information, meta information about our data sources, about data storages, some schemas for developers, for security. And also they need some mechanism to sample information in real time to collect data samples and proceed it, verify their data quality and also check for sensitive information in it. Okay, let's take a look under the hood. They need some tools to work with our data because I don't want to create my own tools for each process. What tools they need? They need some tools to store metadata, and I have examples on next slides. They have some searching data tools and also message sampling. And most interesting, it's policy as a code, yeah, because I can tell you about some requirements, and maybe you have some new employers in your department, and I need to retell if they have infrastructure as a code, why they can have policy as a code, because we can write some simple checks and they can use it. About data catalog, I think most of you know about some CMDB, for example, Jira Insight or something else. Then you can store assets and know about servers in your company, Kubernetes, laptops, and something else. And why they don't use it for our data? Because it's also our resources, like company. They need to know there's our data, what's data schemes, and it really helpful for developers because you don't need to spend a long time to talk with teams and ask, okay, then I can get emails for our customers, or then I can get some information about, for example, our current countries and something else. You just go to this portal and you can see it. And this is some open source catalog. You can see this, the most popular, it's OD, Amundsen, Open Metadata, and Data Hub. Also, you have links here to GitHub, and it will be helpful for you, I think. Sometimes, yeah, it's pretty good solution, but with disadvantages because first free, they had some, for example, OD, you can't spread your data by domains, for example, trading domain, production domain or marketing domain. Open metadata asks you to update all database to last version, and it's not so safety, of course. And also about integration, for us, Data Hub is not suitable, and for us, we don't have disadvantages because it's really helpful asset management system for data, and also you can create easily your integration. On GitHub, they have big community. Let's take a look how it looks like. It's a sample of Postgres. This is, you see, this is some data scheme, and as developer and security, really easy because I see text, I see description, and I can update it. And about active, yeah, you see text, and for security purpose, they can add automatically text about this is personal information data, card data, or something else. And when some auditors came to our company, they can easily know there's our sensitive data. A little bit scary story about your GitLab and something else. You see, this is millions, yeah, secrets find it on GitHub, and you see report link also. It's a lot. Yeah, because sometimes you don't care about, okay, I had secrets, it's just password, and it's okay, or user, something else. And sometimes bad guys, they don't need to find some critical vulnerability in your service. No, I just go to your GitHub, GitLab, internal system, and I just searching for secrets. I easily type in search space secrets, password, and find it. Here you have some tools to find it previously the bad guys. And some of these you can run on your laptop, or you can run it like pre-commit hook. And I talk about this because passwords, APKs, it's also secrets, but database for it, it's Git. What about in our things when we can collect data? It's not advertisement, it's just some payment tools. Yeah, but I think sometimes you can take a look at this, and for us, for our company, yeah, most suitable is Sovereign, because previously when we working with sensitive data, you need to install agent on your database, and you have some load on this database. And if you're talking about Sovereign, this is a thing that you can install like agent on your Kubernetes, and it's not scan all data. It's just sample requests, and with artificial intelligence, thinking some secrets or some personal information, and you can see communication between clusters, database, and find it. But it's a payment solution. Okay, let's go forward. A little bit about policy as a code. It's a big theme, but as you developer, you have YAML files or something else. You can use open policy agent at left. It's full open source, and it's just a simple tool to create some policy. For example, you have YAML file and you have some specific option, use TLS. Yeah, and some developers don't use it, and you just say for linter that this option should be on. Also, you can use it for your database configs or for some documentation, yeah, because you can create some documentation YAML files. And also, I think you know about this scheme registry for Kafka, because if you have event-driven company and you send information across Kafka, you can use this to validate your data schemes and prevent some bad things when some team update their data and now your service isn't working. Okay, and this is tools that you need. Also about some pretty free artificial intelligence tool for searching sensitive data, and you easily can use it with Python code. It's Procedure from Microsoft. It's really good to detect something. You can send to this just plain text, or you can send JSON if you need to detect. Or for example, they have some task to identify sensitive data in our production Kafka and change place to our secure environment Kafka. And a lot of topics, it's really hard, and they need some solution how they can detect sensitive data, and also Procedure help us. Okay, they are on our final steps, and this is some architecture about sensitive active data catalog and just active data catalog. Okay, what we have? We have event-driven company. We have some Kafka, like our message bus. We have Kubernetes, and also our database under load. We can install some agents on this, but they have some knowledge about topics owner and something else. What we should to do, and what is our approach to build some working solution really fast. Of course, they don't need to use crawlers because it's terrible. Admins, I think, will be angry if we underload their database. They need to sample a message from Kafka to find information here, because they can change the number of sampling 10 per second or more. They need to validate also data schemes, because security in our company every time help for developers, for administrators. And some helpful thing for us, we need to minimize false positive, because we don't want to take a look a lot of alerts without nothing. And for sure, we need to identify all sensitive data in our company. And as you saw previously, we have some methodology, some description how to do this. And in final step, we need to provide our findings to centralized asset storage to know about where is our sensitive data and our data. And if Spider create something like this, I think look like this and joke to have your attention, because yeah, it's scheme. Maybe you don't know a lot of services from this. Yeah, the great service and called Anubis, because it's searching for something and trying to find something bad in production, for example, sensitive information. And it's pretty simple, because these agents just sample information from Kafka, use procedure, and after this, they send reports to Slack and update tags in Data Hub. It's pretty simple, and of course, you can think about this like not about sensitive data. Yeah, you just can create some alerts about that data scheme from your asset management for data is not like data in Kafka, yeah, or database, and you add tag that something broken, and you need to fix it on developer side, for example, or on data owner side. And also, when you find some data and you can find some schema in your asset management system, you can find owners and try to classify it. And after this, you can update your data catalog. And yeah, this is our path. I think some slides directly can help you just right now, because you have some new knowledge. Or for example, you can use tool for searching secrets in your repository and your code. And thank you so much.
Okay, questions? Let me actually ask a question. I realize when, let's say, there is a company of like Amazon or Google who can spend enough time and resources for doing such security stuff. But
For
let's
this?
imagine,
Okay.
at least, yeah, at least this, but there is an overall picture. But let's imagine that there is a small company or a startup, or even not a startup, but still a company limited in resources. They don't have security engineers. And generally, while they might be aware of that, they won't know what to do. And if they start producing documentation and other stuff, it will be very expensive. So are there any solutions or like SaaS solutions for such a story or anything similar?
Sure, sure. But I not work in some companies who provide this, and I can't be some marketologist for them. I have some tricks here. So first of all, you can get some solution. Just write, wait please. Oh, it's in our way. Okay. Just here, because someone create report and they find some secrets. Also, like small company, you can use some approach and some tools from this presentation. For example, you like SEO could tell for your employers some awareness information about why we don't need to commit some secrets, or we need to properly work with sensitive data, and also you have classification. And also you can, in your work, use some model to identify where you have some sensitive data. It's not rocket science to create it, download all, for example, emails and something else, and create some process about awareness. I think once per quarter you repeat your speech about how we need to work with sensitive data and control our potential risks.
Are there any open source repositories where there are such advices, like, for example, do not store okay, that's obvious example, do not store your secrets in your code, but there are many more such examples. Do you know any open source repositories where you can just have a list of them?
For me, it works if you type GitHub awesome security guidelines or something like this with word awesome. You can get a lot of information in pretty how-to style.
Any other questions? Okay, then that's it. Again, thank you very much for your talk.
Thank you for coming.